from Nyeri County, from all 6 constituencies. And as you know, in Kikuyurad, we know very well that we cannot have a Kikuyu president come 2022. And we are very okay with that, because we are Democrats and we know what it takes to be a Democrat. And this team here has been searching for a president who has no track record of being vindictive, and at the same time, a leader who can take care rasilimali yetu. A leader who is patriotic and a leader who is God-fearing. We are looking for those qualities, and that is why we have all this team. And the team here, they are leaders in their own rights. Wengine ni opinion leaders, wengine ni very strong foot soldiers. And today they have declared that their search for a president in Kenya has come to an end.
Wow.
They want to support our party leader, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka. They know him very well, how he worked very well with our former president, Mwai Kibaki, without giving him hardship, following orders from him, and he did the best for this country, especially at a time we had so many problems, and he's the one who made those issues that were there to cool down.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to talk until the cows come home. Kwa hivyo,
I'm going to read
maybe one of them.
Yeah.
Yote ya kutoka all sub counties za Nyeri County. Na kusema ukweli, huko Nyeri watu wamechanganyikiwa. Kwa sababu without having a presidential candidate coming from our Mount Kenya region, we have to make a choice ambayo itatuwezesha kuwa na country ambayo imesimama wima. Na kusema ukweli, watu wengi sasa wanaimba wanasema sisi tuko Tanga. But inside their heart they know that they are making the wrong decision, because you cannot go for somebody who is taking your resources alafu anakuja unamletea the same resources. You cannot say that you are so happy because of corruption that unatuambia enda utuimbie pesa utulete kwa kanisa. Actually, I would like to urge even our religious leaders, please lead us in the right way. Don't be happy only because we are being given the money that we know all well it's proceedings from corruption. We have our candidate, Kalonzo Musyoka. He has got a track record of being clean in his dealings. Amekuwa nyuma ya Mwai Kibaki. Hatujasikia mambo ambayo ati inchi watu wanateta. Na kusema ukweli, mimi nataka kuambia watu wa Tanga na wengine wakieleweke. Sisi tuko on the ground. Na mtujua watu wengine. We are there with you. Our team is going to be on the ground. And from now, we can promise you, if you want to see the leadership of Kalonzo Musyoka, mtaiona. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Majina yangu kamili mimi naitwa Alex Gadhi kutoka Teto. Mimi nilikuwa PA wa Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai alikuwa waziri mdogo wa Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka. Nimekuja hapa kuunga mkono presidential candidate ya Kalonzo Musyoka. He is very straight. He has no taints. He is a statesman. He has supported peace in Africa. He was one of the best education ministers Kenya has had. The best foreign affairs minister. In fact, Your Excellency, you developed the foreign policy that is being implemented today. So with those credentials, I see no doubt or fear of contradiction to support his candidature to lead this country come 2022. I'll be studying in Teto, parliamentary candidate. Last election I was there and we were defeated. But this time round, Teto constituency will have a Wiper candidate, and with God, we are going to win.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Paria ndeto ciake thiini wa kaunti itu ya Nyeri na turenda kuga Tanga na Kiereweke tutire hamwe nao.
So this will never happen again. Take it from me. Second, I want to say we are not in a campaign mood. Listening to Anne Kanyi and the others here, you would think the country is going to the polls next month. They say they have found their presidential candidate. Now, this is all, in my view, exploratory. This is work under progress, trying to explore every possibility. The priority now, right now, is to unite this country. And you know we have been very clear on this. We have been very clear on the need to wait for the BBI report. And I hope that soon Kenyans will be able to see the report. The others will think the BBI report is coming up with recommendations to amend the constitution. Far from it. They're just supposed to come and make a report to the appointing authority, in which case the appointing authority, I think, is the president and Honorable Raila Odinga. The moment they receive that report, I'm sure there'll be time for public conversation. People must be able to interrogate those recommendations. And if there'll be need then to draft a referendum question, another team, clearly not the BBI team, will have to be set up in order to work on the referendum question. At this particular time, I think it is important for the country to know that the Constitution itself, talking to you like a constitutional lawyer, is not a static document. Remember, yours truly was once branded a watermelon for saying, wait a minute, let's listen to each other. The time for that is now. So everybody now become a watermelon, not just Kalonzo Musyoka, okay? So that we can move this country forward. Some of us are very serious about our country and the need to create a country that is going to be free of some of these obvious maladies, like runaway corruption. Unashamedly, leaders can actually throw around weight, which you all know is corruption-ridden, and claim that they are making progress. So it is not election time. You'll be hearing from us. I promise, by the way, this country is going to see a different Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka going forward. And this journey has begun. But we are ready to engage na kuulizana na Wakenya wenzetu. Kwa sasa kuna shida nyingi sana, changamoto nyingi. Nimesikia kutoka kwa delegation hii ya Nyeri kwamba majani chai yetu ambayo ukienda nchi ya Misri, Khartoum, Sudan, utapata majani chai ambayo yanauzwa kwa auction Mombasa, ndio yanatengeneza na kuenezwa kila mahali, including Egypt, Pakistan. If we lose our tea industry, tutakuwa tumeanguka vibaya kabisa, literally slaying the goose that has been laying the golden egg. So our farmers should not give up. We are going to have to do the best we can, all of us, to make sure that agriculture, which is a bedrock of our economy, is not also ignored, even as we support the president in his vision to realize Vision 2030, which is a thing we started under President Kibaki, all of us. Remember the Grand Coalition government? And I'm quite sure even the Agenda 4, the 4 Agenda drive is all based and premised on the need to realize Vision 2030. But before we realize it, we'll all need to create a tolerant community and a country that can stand tall among the community of nations. I have been working for peace in this country and in the region. I want to applaud President Uhuru Kenyatta because he was able to go out and meet President Farmajo under the chairmanship of the AU chairperson, who is President of Egypt. That was a show of statesmanship. And it is not a show of weakness. Now, what our friends in Somalia are doing, therefore, is not really encouraging. President Uhuru Kenyatta has now kuwa pamoja nasi. Thank you. Any question?
Yes, question on the Somali-Kenya border,
yes, sir.
maritime border issue. There were talks that Kenya disregarded a UN advice for an out-of-court settlement, and then the AG, I think, is the one that advised the government to allow the case to proceed to the ICJ, and now that ship has sailed. What is our
chances? Is that
chances?
authoritative? Because I've never heard of it.
Actually,
because the important thing is what the president has done. He has said he's ready for dialogue. And I want all the Somali people to know there's no difference at the end of the day. Mungu mwenyewe aliweka wa Somalia na Kenya kuwa neighbors. We can never run away from each other. Okay? And there are so many things we can do, even sharing resources. This is a possibility. You can have actually a formulation saying, what is it we are talking about? Let us look at what is involved in the first place. And then, because the most important thing is a fight against terrorism. We don't want this maritime dispute to cloud the very important war of making sure the region is rid of Shabab and other extremist groups. So I'm not aware that Kenya was advised by the UN. By the way, you know the way the UN operates, having addressed the UN General Assembly, I can tell you 7 times, okay? There's a UN Security Council, which is a supreme organ in terms of peace, international peace and security. This matter never went before the Security Council. So it can only be people there suggesting, but the more powerful thing is the African region. By a resolution in Addis Ababa, advising both Kenya and Somalia to have this matter sorted out amicably. So don't begin to think, I think you are a Kenyan.
Yes, I'm Kenyan.
So if you are Kenyan, the trouble with Kenyans is we are very good at running ourselves down. Already you are saying, hey, there was an advisory, and if I ask you to produce it, I'm sure you don't have it.
But don't you
In fact, I think you should talk to my friend Weta on this subject, because he was a minister responsible.
Don't you think then that the president's move comes rather late in the day?
No. It can never be late. First of all,
Because
it came.
the ruling is imminent. It's supposed to come.
I have told you what's the point of a ruling, that if it does not favor Kenya, Kenya was obviously definitely ignore it. And I've given you the example. It will not be the first country to ignore such a ruling. China ignored the ruling by the same court. And today they are doing a lot of things in the South China Sea. So it is like a matter that cannot be concluded that way.
Now, do you think that there are certain countries or forces that are behind Somalia, because we have...
You want me to give you my strategies? Hapana bana. In confidence. Mbele ya kamera. Haya, tuende kazi. No. I mean, listen. This is all, we are all trying. I want you to know that Wiper Democratic Movement, as we stand today, has been the 3rd largest party. This party is growing in leaps and bounds. That's the strategy. And when we begin to move, in fact, look at this as a party strategy meeting. That's what it was. Yeah, it's only that my friends here, wamesema their search for a president has come to an end. What happens if for instance, after BBI, after the referendum, it becomes that even running for president, the president is ceremonial? Will they change their position? So, this is work under progress. So, it may be too early to make firm positions on this matter. But assuming we are going to the next election under Constitution 2010, then this delegation are very clear in their mind. Okay.
And we will go all
Yes,
the
sir.
47 counties.
Almost. I like that. Almost. Well, you know, let me tell you, here there's such a thing as paying a debt. Because I think I know why you're doing that. My brother Weta came with Mheshimiwa Ferdinand Wanyonyi, he's the chairman of Ford Kenya in Trans Nzoia, and came with a candidate of Ford Kenya in Kibera, Bitichi. 2 weeks before, my friend Eliud Owalo, came also to ask for my views and to ask for my support. And of course, when I say I'm quite sure they're referring to my party's position and party support. But you will recall, we unveiled our candidate here for 2022. Whether under new constitutional dispensation or the current one, we have a candidate for Kibra in 2022, Mr. Presso. And you saw that. And I liked the conversation that followed in the social media, kila mahali. It was amazing. Yeah, hata huyo anacheka. I think he's his follower. Yeah. So, as of now, the situation in Kibra, you have seen other people swearing that they want to teach others a lesson. Mambo ya ajabu hapa. So, Kibra should not be Kibra should be seen as another by-election. Of course, our brothers in ODM, who are my coalition partner, our coalition partners, had a candidate against us in Embakasi South, but that did not ruin NASA. So what is happening there is very simple. ANC, Ford Kenya, and ODM, each of them have candidates. These are our coalition partners in NASA. This is a by-election. It will not ruin, in my view, never mind what the Secretary General of ODM said there, that he has instructions to disband, I don't know to do what. No one party can disband NASA, by the way. So go and look at the provisions of the coalition agreement, which is a public document. But if three political parties decide to disband NASA, then they can succeed. So even if our friends in ODM leave NASA, NASA will still be intact. Now that is a clear legal position. However, my brother Weta was with me when I presented Mawadhe as our candidate, kwanza tukipeleka kwa IBC. He was there with us. Went with a team of Ford Kenya. Even the final rally, I remember we came from registering Huduma number in Murang'a. Yeah? And our friend Raila had registered gone to register in Mombasa. Mudavadi was somewhere in Kajiado. But Weta still came, and we went, the whole team of Ford Kenya, to campaign for the Wiper candidate in Embakasi South. Therefore, I cannot say if Weta wants to come and introduce a candidate to me, I cannot meet them. Definitely not. And I assured them we are going to be monitoring the developments in Kibra. If we have to decide on which candidate we are going to support, we'll do it as a party. Because the matter was brought before NEC here. This was not a NEC meeting. Na tukakubaliana kwamba sisi hatutapeleka candidate. The last time tuliongea juu ya swala hili ni wakati tulimzindua candidate wetu wa 2022. Lakini sasa itatubidi turudi tuangalie vile tunaweza tukaona, because if Wiper, by the way, tukiamua ni huyu, hata wale wanaotoa matisho watakimbia. It was not that we are weak, but we decided we'll be strategic.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, my friend. I once again, I'm very sorry. Yeah. This guy, him, crucify him, not me.
Yeah, let's meet.